Hello everyone, I'm Andy Hodges for your Sebastian Daily News. Coming to you live in Sebastian, where you can also watch us on Xfinity Channel 1098 Buzz TV. 86 degrees, cloudy. We do have some storms surrounding us in the area right now. We're going to talk about that in just a second. Overnight low will be 74 degrees tonight. Winds are coming from the southeast. Rain from the southwest. Now what this means is it's interesting because as the rain crosses the state from the southwest, we have a southeasterly eastern wind that's helping to keep it out west. It's quite interesting. If you look at the radar right now, you'll see the clouds moving in closer to Sebastian, but that wind, that southeast wind, is keeping it away from us. So we're hearing a lot of the thundering and stuff like that, but those are the storms that are right now west from us. So if it wasn't for this wind coming out of the southeast, we would definitely have a lot of rain right now, probably like we did on Friday. Now we missed Friday's newscast because of all the stuff going on Friday. You know, we were going to do the newscast in our vehicle, but we decided just to hold off till Monday. What a downpour that was on Friday. Oh, by the way, the rain chance does increase on Tuesday because of, I think there's going to be some wind changes in the direction, but we'll find out tomorrow. We'll do another newscast tomorrow. Zero activity going on in the tropics right now, which is good. And also the latest news that's going on in Sebastian right now, there's been some red flags brought up by citizens about a candidate running for Sebastian City Council against Ed Dodd and Jim Hill. Her name is Diana Bolton, and she has ties to all three of the former council members that were recently recalled. Just to go into some in-depth information here, she was present during the infamous alleged unlawful illegal meeting on April 22nd. We posted a picture of her at the meeting. The meeting was dark, of course, because there were no charter officers there. There were no city staff there. This was the meeting where they tried to fire city staff, and citizens say that this was a coup. They tried to take over our city. But she is present in the meeting. We have a photo of that in an article that we published today up on SebastianDaily.com. She is also listed as a real estate associate under Damian Gillam's real estate business. She also serves as a director under Gillam's at the Sebastian Property Owners Association. And 2 days after the illegal meeting, when Damian Gillam's had that press conference at City Hall, she was standing right by him, supporting him, taking his picture and everything. We have a photo of that also in the article uploaded to our website. So there's a lot of concerns about this candidate. People are bringing it up. They have asked her on social media about it. She basically has told them to read her bio. And there's been some questions on her personal Facebook page, but she has blocked those people who tried to question her. So just some information out there for November 3rd. Again, you could read the article. It's called Red Flags Over Diana Bolton for Sebastian City Council. It's on SebastianDaily.com. Okay, other news that's going on. By the way, the Sebastian Daily Candidate Forum is going to be at Tiki Bar and Grill next Wednesday, October 7th. It gets underway at 6 o'clock. It's going to be a family event. We invite everyone to be out there. We are going to have it live on Sebastian Daily itself, as well as our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and Twitter if you follow us on Twitter. The 8th Annual Bird and Nature Show gets underway to benefit the Pelican Island Conservation Society from October 9th through October 11th. That'll be at the Sebastian River Art Club, and that's located at 1245 Main Street here in Sebastian. There will be about 50 artists representing their various works, and the public is welcome to attend. However, a mask is required. For more information, you can read that article. It's called 8th Annual Bird and Nature Art Show. And there's a lot of Sebastian drainage issues going on, and we've reached out over the weekend. We spoke to all the council members. The city council does plan to address the drainage issues at the next meeting. A lot of recent problems with this rain. Last Friday's downpour, they estimated it was between 5 and 6 inches of rain. A lot of rain in just a short amount of time. Mayor Ed Dodd told us that they are working on issues with the drainage ditches after they complete the storm water management plan. Councilman Chris Nunn said the water was draining slowly. It was draining, but very slowly. But it cleared most of the ditches in a couple of hours. He blames it on the vegetation in the canals and the ditches. Councilman Bob McPartland said there are a number of factors that go into the problem, but he hasn't seen it this bad in 10 years. So again, the city will address the drainage issues coming up at the next meeting. And for more news, there's other headlines. You can read it on SebastianDaily.com. And while you're there, click on the newsletter button where you can subscribe to our newsletter. We also give away prizes like free meals at restaurants. We put your name in a drawing for that. So again, SebastianDaily.com. Click on newsletter, fill out the form, and you can get our news when it's breaking in your inbox, as well as information that's going on around town. Let's talk about COVID cases. As you know, Florida's back open since Friday. We went around town and looked at some bars and restaurants, and we liked what we see. We didn't see a lot of people hovering over each other or anything like that like we saw last July. So it looks like people are being a lot more careful right now when it comes to being reopened. They can really appreciate it now, and we have seen people still wearing a mask when they're going in and out of a restaurant. Now listen, the governor has said we're not out of the woods just because we reopen. We still have to practice social distancing, wear a mask when you cannot practice social distancing, and wash your hands regularly. We still have to do the drill until this pandemic is over. But the good news is we're open. We just have to live with this thing a little longer, and we'll get through it. As a community, we got to come together and get through it. Now, the new cases in Florida are averaging 800 to 2,600 for the past week in Florida. That's really good news. We're still looking for a spike, though, since we opened Florida on Friday. There's going to be a spike. We haven't seen it yet, but we'll keep an eye on that. Let's look at local numbers. Sebastian, they're at 341 cases. Barefoot Bay, 31. Mico, 9. Grant, 30. Fellsmere, 410. Wabasso, 9. Vero Beach, 2,240. Now, there's some discrepancies about the Barefoot Bay numbers with the state of Florida. Now, there's I can't remember the medical office offhand. I think it's called Shaw. They presented some numbers at a recent Barefoot Bay meeting that was far more than the 31 we are getting from the state. We have a suspicion, and this is not fact, this is just an observation, that maybe some of those numbers in Barefoot Bay are leaking into the Sebastian number. That's just an observation that could be happening where Barefoot Bay it says it's 31, but a lot of people consider themselves Sebastian. They even put their address as Sebastian. So that could be happening. Maybe the Barefoot Bay numbers are a little more than what we're getting from the health department, but maybe some of those numbers are really going into the Sebastian total. So we're gonna, I've asked the health department. We're not gonna get an answer obviously today, but we'll get it tomorrow, hopefully, or sometime this week. And when we do, we'll let you know what we got. The whole county of Indian River County is looking good. There's been 3,300 total cases, 6 new cases today, 0 deaths. The number of deaths last week were climbing a little bit, but this week it looks good. There's the deaths are down since last week, actually. So that's good news for Indian River County. The total deaths are 116. Brevard County, 9,200 cases, 7 new cases today. That's not bad for a population of 600,000. And the deaths, no deaths in Brevard County today. That is a breakthrough, because they've been having a lot of issues up there in Brevard County. Their total deaths in Brevard County since the pandemic started, 294. But it's good to see that the deaths are slowing in both the, our neighboring counties, and things are looking a lot better. We're going to get out of this, as I've always said, and we just got to live with it. We have to, we have to urge everyone to still wear that mask when you're going into stores when you can't social distance. And that's it. We're getting ready to be rained on here, but rain or shine, it's a beautiful place to live and work. Sebastian, Florida. I'm Andy Hodges. I'm coming to you live for Sebastian Daily.